Now on Sunrise and streaming on crossroadstoday.com. Jobs versus water resources. The debate heating up as ExxonMobil pitches a new chemical plant to a packed room of Calhoun County residents. A mother's desperate escape with her children as jet fuel ignites a river of flames through her neighborhood. Voices raised in song and solidarity outside the White House as the community comes together to remember the young couple whose lives were cut short in a shooting.
And this morning we have some scattered showers and a few weak thunderstorms moving through some of our counties, but for us we're going to have lots more rain chances coming away next week and even some on Memorial Day. Find out all that in the weather coming up.
And Victoria East football hosts their annual spring game last night. We'll highlight some of the top plays and hear from head coach John Ford coming up in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning, Crossroads, and happy Memorial Day weekend. For a lot of people, this is a 4-day weekend, Parker.
That's right. It is a 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
And coming away this 4-day weekend is lots of sunshine.
Well, but there's some rain today, early in the day.
Yeah,
so
right
if
now.
you had some travel plans where you were planning to go west, maybe to San Antonio, Austin, maybe delay them?
Maybe delay them about maybe 20 or 30 minutes or so because the line of showers, which you can see right here on your screen on radar, is slowly moving southeastward through our counties. And actually, they are all starting to very slowly dissipate because they are starting to tap into that Gulf air mass, which usually cuts off our systems because of the cap overhead and also the very warm air overhead, which is the cap. But looking at where all the rain is, you can see on radar, most of the heavier stuff is in eastern DeWitt County, I guess also technically southern Lavaca County and northern Victoria County as well. But we do have a few other scattered showers, isolated showers also in our western counties. Talking about over there near Three Rivers, over in Goliad County as well, actually right around Goliad County, or Goliad, probably west of y'all about maybe 5 miles or so. And that is heading your direction, so get ready for a few sprinkles and showers in probably the next 5 minutes or so. But a little bit of rain also starting to form in Victoria County as well. Most of it is in the northern half of the county right now. You can see some heavier stuff in northern Victoria County, but a few scattered sprinkles and light moderate showers forming around the Victoria City as well. But we're going to continue tracking this line of rain all morning long to make sure that y'all are dry and safe and sound, because this line has a history of producing special weather statements and severe thunderstorm warnings. But like I said, it's hitting that Gulf air mass, so I don't think we're looking at too much more of that this morning. But right now in Victoria, you can see right now it is raining, 76 degrees. I don't know why it says it's cloudy. It's raining on us right now. Dew point 75, bringing a high humidity of 97% this morning, which is enough to maybe see some light patchy fog. So be careful if you see any of that as well on the roads this morning. Otherwise, if you're about to head out the door, I want to let y'all know decreasing clouds today. Mostly sunny skies is going to bring us another hot one. Heating seas up to 105. All those details and more coming up next.
ExxonMobil is proposing a major chemical plant in Calhoun County, but concerns over water use are drawing tough questions from the community. At a packed public meeting Thursday night, company officials shared early plans highlighting job opportunities and pledging to protect local waterways and support community services. But residents were focused on one issue: water. With the county already facing freshwater challenges, many question where the plant supply would come from.
No, we understand water is a concern in the community, and we are conducting studies to understand the water needs for our project and where we will obtain the water that is necessary to operate the plant, working with the local water authorities and others too. Yes, it is. It's extremely important for us to have these types of interactions in the community so that we can be transparent about where we are in the process.
ExxonMobil says it will keep working with the community as planning continues, with local input remaining a key part of the process. A final investment decision is expected by 2027. If Calhoun County is selected, construction could begin in 2031. More community outreach events are planned in the months ahead. A private jet crashed in a San Diego neighborhood with 6 people aboard. Officials believe no one survived. Investigators are seeking the plane's data recorders to determine the cause.
This morning, new details in the deadly plane crash that shook a San Diego neighborhood.
Come on, let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Investigators now believe the Cessna Citation went down after accidentally clipping power lines during its final approach, trying to land at Montgomery Field before dawn in dense fog. The pilot asking for a weather report just moments before the plane dropped off radar.
All right, that doesn't sound great, but we'll give it a go.
The fiery aftermath of the crash caught on camera. Home security footage showing this explosion.
Hey, we gotta be careful. This thing's still explosive.
Jet fuel then spilling down the street, igniting a river of flames, destroying a dozen homes and cars and trapping people inside.
And there's fire all in front of my house. I didn't know. I just kept hearing explosions, and the fire was up to like right in front of my front door. So I'm trying to figure out how to escape with my kids.
Neighbors scrambling to rescue families amid the flames.
It's okay.
They're not awake.
Despite the destruction, nobody on the ground was killed. But the FAA says there were 6 people on board the plane. Among the victims, music industry veteran Dave Shapiro, a well-known agent for bands like Hanson and Sum 41.
I used to play in a band, and I was the business guy in the band.
2 of Shapiro's colleagues were also killed, according to the agency. And Daniel Williams, former drummer for the band The Devil Wears Prada, is believed to have been on board too. Williams posting these photos of the doomed jet before takeoff. His band paying tribute to Williams and Shapiro in a post overnight saying, "No words, we owe you everything." Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
A heavy silence fell over the nation's capital last night. A large crowd came together to hold a vigil for the young couple fatally shot outside the Jewish Museum. Those gathered lit candles in the park across from the White House, raising their voices in song and standing united to remember 26-year-old Sarah Milgram and her partner, 30-year-old Yaron Lachinsky, both staff members at the Israeli embassy. Officials are treating the case as a possible hate crime and an act of terrorism. Iran's foreign minister is traveling to Rome for the 5th round of nuclear negotiations with U.S. representatives. A source close to news sources say that discussions are reaching a critical stage as both sides near a 60-day deadline for an agreement. Originally set by President Donald Trump in March, Iran insists it will maintain its right to nuclear energy, including uranium enrichment, despite U.S. warnings that Israel is preparing potential strikes on Iranian nuclear sites. All right, be sure to follow us on YouTube, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell. The time is now 6:37 on our Friday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up next. First look inside a new elementary school before doors officially open this August.
Remembering the lives of the couple killed outside the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. I'm Nicole D'Antonio in Washington with details as the alleged gunman faces a judge for the first time.
And also coming up next after the break in the short-term forecast, we have some scattered showers that are now starting to form around Victoria County. But for the rest of this morning, we're going to continue tracking that radar just to see how much longer this rain will be with us. Well, good morning, Crossroads, and happy Friday. It's Memorial Day weekend time, y'all, so get excited for the weekend because we got rain chances coming away next week. But before we get there, we already have rain out there right now. Looking again at the radar, we still have lots of scattered showers out there, and most of the heavy activity is actually in our northern counties. It's actually right now northern Victoria County, and also some in southwestern, right about here, southwestern Lavaca County as well, where y'all have a little bit more of a moderate to heavy rain. But otherwise, if I turn on the lightning, we do have a few thunderstorms still left over out there with us. You can see northern Victoria County has one. We got one, let's see here. I got one right here in eastern DeWitt County, southwestern Lavaca County as well. We also got one over there by Three Rivers, and we did have a few over there by Karn City, but it looks like that is all dissipated. But showers have just recently started forming all around Victoria County. You can see they're moving through the city right now, if you can't hear the rain on the studio walls right now. But we're going to continue tracking this radar all morning long to make sure that y'all are safe and dry, because this line did have a history, has a history of producing special weather statements and severe thunderstorm warnings like it did about an hour and a half to 2 hours ago. But this rain is moving through the area out about southeast. We're at about 25 miles an hour, and it's going into the Gulf. And once that clears out of the area, we are looking at clearing skies for the rest of the day, all the way down to mainly sunny skies. I'm thinking mostly sunny by noontime, and in the afternoon, I'm thinking mainly sunny with maybe a few passing clouds. So I guess still mostly sunny, but also a very, very, very low 5 to 10% chance to maybe see 1 or 2 leftover spotty sprinkles in the afternoon, because that beaming sunshine, again, going to bring us another warm one. Looking for highs, most of us in the low mid-90s today. And that temperature trend will continue for the rest of this weekend and actually all of next week, because the cold front has been canceled, but the rain chances have not. We're going to look at that all coming up next.
All right, happy Friday morning here at Crossroads. And yesterday, Victoria East High School had their spring game last night there at Memorial Stadium. It's a huge opportunity to see the future of the Friday Night Lights with all the football players there. It's going to start in late August, and head coach John Ford knows there's a lot of new adjustments that he saw there they can make during the spring game, and appreciates also the team's effort last night.
And new positions, and so we're still playing with it and figuring out what they're going to be the best at to put them in the best position, competing. And it might not have been our best day execution wise, but their effort was fantastic.
Now Ford and the Titans look to learn and grow from all their mistakes there from tonight's spring game, and they're going to get ready for their home opener versus the Georgetown Eagles there on August 29th. This is Max Williams, 25 News Now Sports.
We want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. A deadly shooting outside the Jewish Capitol Museum in Washington. The suspect is now charged with murder, and the FBI calls it a targeted anti-Semitic attack.
This morning, the suspect accused of fatally shooting 2 staff members of the Israeli embassy in Washington charged with murder.
Responsible for an active shooter, 3rd Street.
They said they got 2 cases of second mass.
Police identified the victims as Yaron Lashinsky and Sarah Milgram, a young couple planning to get engaged on an upcoming trip to Jerusalem. Authorities say the couple were leaving the Capitol Jewish Museum when the suspect approached a group and opened fire. The gunman reportedly shot the couple from behind and continued to fire even after they collapsed. Moments later, the suspect went into the museum. Witnesses say he allegedly tried to blend in with other victims.
I was worried for him, thinking, he might have experienced something.
I was trying to comfort him, and my friend offers him some water. He reaches into his backpack and pulls out a keffiyeh and says, I did it. I did this for Gaza, free Palestine.
The man now in custody is identified as 31-year-old Elias Rodriguez, seen here after he was detained, yelling what the FBI believe could be his motive.
Free Palestine! Anti-Semitism will not be tolerated, especially in the nation's capital. Now, we're going to continue to investigate this as a hate crime and a crime of terrorism.
Meanwhile, reaction has gone from the United Nations to outside the White House, where friends are remembering the couple whose lives were cut short. The suspect faces a list of federal charges, including the murder of foreign officials. He did not enter a plea during his first court appearance yesterday. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
And that leads us to your viewer poll. We want to know, do you feel safe visiting cultural or religious institutions in your community? 65% of you say yes, I feel safe. 10% of you say no, I have concerns. And then 25% of you say I'm more cautious now. And again, that was 10% of you saying no, I have concerns. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer poll. The public got its first look inside the newly constructed Mission Valley Elementary School. Students and parents toured the campus as they prepare for the school year ahead. The school will open this August with a capacity for 400 students. Victoria ISD Board President Micah Patton said the campus is open for visits.
It's fantastic, and I'm just excited for the community and the kids and for Victoria, because this is a model that we can utilize in the future or the other elementary schools in Victoria.
Friendships and dream big.
This summer, the old campus buildings will be demolished, portables removed, and crews will complete the parking lot. Victoria voters supported and passed the 2021 bond Proposition C, making the newly constructed campus possible. After years of dedication and effort, they're stepping into the future with pride and promise. We're celebrating 2025 graduates. Congratulations to Nevaeh. We're so very proud of you and all of the accomplishments you've made. We love you so much. And congratulations to Emerson. We're so very proud of you and everything that you've done. We can't wait to see what's in store for you in your next chapter. God's blessing to you. And congratulations to Gavin Chavez. Gavin, our CHS Homecoming King and CHS Band King, you embody greatness with your outstanding academic achievements and your impressive involvement in extracurricular activities. From band to excelling in your studies, your determination and versatility prove there's truly nothing you cannot achieve. I am excited to see what incredible opportunities and successes await you in the future. Always remember, I love you forever and twice on Sunday. Love from Ma. Now through June 13th, you can submit a photo and a heartfelt message for your graduate. It will feature them on air and across social media. It's our way of celebrating the class of 2025 with you. Just head to our contest page, crossroadstoday.com, click on the entertainment tab, then select contest to upload your tribute and share your pride. The time is now 6:47 on our Friday morning. Still to come on Sunrise. From swinging outside the strike zone to executing with precision, a softball player transformed her approach. We meet the athlete of the week. All right, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Audrey. We love you. From Dad, Mom, and Alex.
Oh, happy birthday, Aubrey. And also happy birthday to Jason. Happy 39th birthday, Jason. Love you from Mom, Jim, and family.
And happy birthday to Renee. Happy birthday, my love. You mean the world to me and the kids. You have been their father, my friend, my confidant, my strength, my everything. I pray God gives us many more years with you. Love from your wife, Tina, children, mom, and family.
Happy birthday, Renee. And Sinners and Black Panther director Ryan Coogler is 39 today. Happy birthday, Ryan.
And we also want to wish Ricky a very happy birthday. Ricky is turning 48 years young today. We miss you here at work, Ricky. Hope you're celebrating this weekend.
Ricky, we sure do miss you here at work. Hope you're watching some Star Wars at home. And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, head over to crossroadstoday.com, click the drop-down menu, then click the Home tab, and then you'll see Submit Your Birthday Photo.
All right, the time is now 6:48 on our Friday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today or maybe this weekend.
That's right, or over the weekend. Happy birthday and happy Memorial Day. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, Crossroads, and happy Friday. It's weekend time, y'all, and coming away again this weekend, more heat. So I hope y'all have been getting acclimated to the heat that we've had for the last couple of weeks now at this point, because looking at your almanac for today, thinking about a high of 94 in Victoria for today, which is going to be about 5 degrees above our average where we should be this time of year on your May 23rd, but 96 is our record set way back in 1932, but the heat, it's going to continue, like I said, excuse me, for the next several days, actually, all the way into next week. You probably saw the 7-day forecast a few moments ago, and you heard me talking about getting rid of the cold front. We're going to look at why that is here in just a second, because in the background today, our record on this date is 96 degrees, rather, but today we're going to feel like that, actually above that. Today we're going to be seeing heat indeces as high as 101 to 105 underneath the moderate humidity, so make sure that y'all are staying cool and hydrated. Make sure you stay indoors underneath that air conditioning, but today, make sure that y'all are staying cool and hydrated, not just in South Texas, but all across Texas, because we're looking at highs all across the state and the warm, kind of hot 90s and triple digits, hundreds, and that will continue all the way into the weekend time, like I said. But another thing that's going to stay warm is the low temperatures, not looking very low, I should say, looking at the 70s for low temperatures across most of the state, actually. And like I said, the heat will continue not just today, but tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all the way into next week, because we're going to continue our trend of high pressure over our heads, whereas originally all week we've been talking about this low pressure system that was going to come out of the Pacific, but now you can see there's not really much going on out there anymore, which means that this is going to dissipate as it comes off the Rocky Mountains, and it's going to stall the cool front up in central and north Texas, so it won't pass through us. It's actually going to be a battle of the southerly winds and northerly winds southerly winds are going to win for us, keeping us in the 90s, but more importantly, going to bring us rain chances for Memorial Day Monday night. And we're going to have all of that and more later on Sunrise.
It's time to highlight our Athlete of the Week. Here's 25 News Now Sports Director Max Williams with a story.
All right, Crossroads, last week gave our Athlete of the Week to Victoria West tennis player McKenna Spencer, and this week we're heading back to the softball field and giving it to Ganado softball player Paisley Hayevsky. Here's more for our Athlete of the Week. For this week's Athlete of the Week, we're handing it to Ganado softball player Paisley Hayevsky, who had 3 RBIs total in her first career home run in the Maidens' 19-2 win over Corrigan Camden Bulldogs in Game 1. Paisley talks about her approach at the plate and a funny story about her coach disagreeing with her at the plate as well.
If the ball was there, I was going to swing hard. If not, I was just going to get a base hit. It was actually funny because he told me I get 1 pitch to swing at, and then I have to bunt the ball. And then the runners move, so he let me swing.
This funny story Paisley mentioned became reality through Tuesday's game as, again, she hit her first career home run in their win. She describes how this moment felt for her.
Great. I've never hit a home run before, so it was the first one. I think my team definitely hyped me up very good, and yeah, I appreciate it.
This sense of confidence at the plate for Paisley was a process throughout this season as she had to find her power at the plate, game by game. Head coach James Harp discusses how Paisley has progressed at the plate throughout this season.
She stuck with it. She's learned to control her bat. Beginning of the season, she was swinging out of the strike zone. Now she's really focused on her strike zone and swinging good pitches, and that makes a world of difference.
Paisley and the Ganado Maidens are executing at the right time as they're only 1 win away from the state championship there next week. She describes what her team must do to get the victory tonight.
Me and our team executed, and we just need to come out. We need to come out Thursday with the same effort, and we need to finish it off there.
Wish the Ganado Maidens luck tonight in Game 2. And congrats for Paisley Hayevsky for being this week's Athlete of the Week. Congrats again to Paisley for being this week's Athlete of the Week. This is Max Williams, 25 News Now Sports.
Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. A powerful partnership between Victoria College and Victoria ISD is creating new opportunities. Victoria College won a $1.2 million federal grant to help local students prepare for college. The program supports nearly 100 7th graders from Patty Welder and STEM middle schools with tutoring, test prep, and college visits through their first year of college. It's a strong partnership with Victoria ISD to boost student success. We want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. And now let's get a look at our Port Lavaca Sunrise with Parker. And Parker, you said that cold front is no more.
That's right. We're not
or
going
that cool front.
Yeah. It's kind of still slowly moving through the area. The cool front we're talking about is for next week. Yeah, that's not going to happen anymore. We're sticking in the 90s, y'all, so get used to the heat. But right now we're still looking at, one more time at your radar, still a little bit of shower activity happening. Lots of it in our northern counties right now in Lavaca County. Some also in northern Victoria County right now. Zooming in on that, you can see a couple isolated showers over there. In northern Victoria County, a couple of sprinkles and right along Highway 59 as well. But if we look to the south, we have another light line of showers that is forming along our southern coastal counties, heading up towards Seadrift and probably Port Lavaca. They're moving real slowly, so probably over the next 45 minutes to an hour or so is my guess. But as soon as all of this rain moves southeastward, maybe this line will bring it a little bit more rain. That's going to bring us a clearing in the skies for the later morning and all day long. Looking at mostly sunny skies, heating us up to 90 in Port Lavaca underneath breezy winds on the coast in the afternoon. A little bit more in the late afternoon for Victoria, 94 for the high, and a tad bit warmer than that in Cuero. I'm thinking high 96, but get used to that because we're going to be just like that for the next several days with highs sticking in the low mid 90s, even with rain chances all next week, but no cold front.
All right, thank you, Parker, and thank you all for being with us this morning. Join Shauna, Dawn, Maclovio, and Max today for 25 News Now at 5 and 10. Don't forget the sunblock.